What if I told you that your quick cup of instant coffee, that effortless sip you take before rushing out the door, actually takes months of work, thousands of hands, and cutting-edge technology from around the world? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, because what you're about to discover will completely change the way you look at your morning coffee. Instant coffee has transformed from a wartime invention in the late 1800s into one of the most consumed beverages on the planet. Today, more than 1 billion cups are brewed every single day, and behind this caffeine empire stands Nestlé's Nescafé, a brand that turned convenience into an art form. But before that tiny spoonful of coffee hits your cup, it undergoes a journey that starts thousands of miles away on the hillsides of tropical nations like Brazil and Vietnam, where over 100,000 farmers dedicate their lives to cultivating perfection. It all begins with a plant, a small green coffee shrub that bursts into life with delicate white flowers lasting only a few days. In that brief window, farmers know the countdown begins. Over the next 9 months, those blossoms will ripen into deep red coffee cherries, each one containing the tiny beans that fuel your day. Timing is everything. When nearly all the cherries on a branch turn red, the farmers know it's harvest time. On smaller farms, this means long hours of careful handpicking under the hot sun, a process that's slow but precise. On larger estates, massive mechanical harvesters take over. These machines glide down rows of coffee plants, their metal arms vibrating thousands of times a minute, shaking loose only the ripest cherries. In mere hours, they can gather what once took entire days by hand. The cherries fall into built-in trays and are quickly funneled into hoppers before being hauled off to the processing mills. Once there, the transformation begins. The freshly picked cherries are first poured into water tanks where gravity does the sorting. The ripe, flavorful ones sink, while the lighter, unripe ones float and are removed. The good cherries then roll across rotating drums that strip away their soft outer pulp, revealing the slippery golden beans within. But the process isn't done yet. Those beans are still covered in a sticky layer called mucilage. To remove it, the beans are transferred into massive fermentation tanks, often tiled and filled with fresh mountain water. For the next 12 to 24 hours, natural enzymes work to dissolve the mucilage, while farmers monitor the process carefully. Too little fermentation, and the beans taste raw. Too much, and they turn sour. Once the timing is perfect, the tanks are drained and refilled with clean water. Workers stir the beans using long wooden paddles, washing away the last bits of residue until the water runs clear. Now clean and smooth, the beans are ready to dry. Under the hot tropical sun, they're spread evenly across wide concrete patios or raised drying beds. Throughout the day, farmers rake them gently to ensure they dry evenly and don't overheat. Over the next week or two, the beans slowly lose moisture until they reach the ideal level, about 11%. Once dry, the beans still wear a tough parchment-like shell. In a hulling machine, this layer is carefully removed, exposing the green coffee beans that will one day become your instant brew. These green beans are then cleaned, graded, and packed into sturdy jute sacks, each marked with its origin, quality, and grade. They're stored in climate-controlled warehouses, waiting to begin their next journey, to Nestlé's high-tech coffee factories. At the factory, the process becomes a blend of precision and automation. Robotic arms unload the heavy bags from trucks and place them onto conveyor belts, protecting workers from strain. Sensors scan each bag for moisture content, rejecting any that fall outside the perfect range. Then, robotic probes pierce random bags to extract samples for testing. The accepted bags are automatically stacked on pallets and weighed before moving deeper into the production line. The next step is cleaning. Inside massive sifters, the beans are shaken to remove dust, small debris, and any broken pieces. Only the best beans make it through. Then comes a crucial moment: taste testing. Skilled tasters, sometimes called coffee cuppers, sample dozens of brews daily. Their trained palates can detect even the faintest imperfections. Every accepted batch must meet Nestlé's strict flavor profile before it continues. Once approved, the beans enter the roaster, an enormous double-walled drum heated to temperatures between 370 and 540 degrees. The beans tumble constantly, ensuring an even roast. As they heat, they crack open, releasing oils that form the signature aroma of coffee. Lighter roasts preserve more caffeine, while darker roasts trade caffeine for boldness and depth. Timing is everything. A few seconds too long can change the flavor completely. When the roast reaches perfection, the beans are quickly cooled with blasts of air, locking in their rich aroma. Then, the grinding begins. Industrial mills crush the roasted beans into a coarse powder. From here, the powder is brewed into a concentrated liquid coffee extract using high-pressure steam and water. This extract will eventually become the instant coffee you know, but it has to go through one more transformation: drying. There are two main ways this happens. For regular instant coffee, the extract is spray-dried. Inside a towering metal chamber, the coffee liquid is atomized into a mist and blasted with air heated to over 1000 IDF. The moisture evaporates instantly, leaving behind fine coffee powder that settles at the base, the classic Nescafé granules. This process is incredibly fast and efficient, allowing massive quantities of coffee to be produced daily. But it's also a delicate balance. Too much heat, and the coffee loses its flavor. Too little, and it clumps together. Engineers monitor every second, adjusting air pressure and temperature to maintain that perfect aroma and texture that millions recognize instantly. For premium versions like Nescafé Gold, the process is more delicate, freeze-drying. The concentrated liquid coffee is first cooled into a syrup, then sent through a freezing tunnel where it solidifies into a sheet of coffee ice. Blades shatter this sheet into tiny crystals, which are then placed into a vacuum chamber. Under low pressure and gentle heat, the ice sublimates, turning directly into vapor without melting. What remains are dry, golden granules bursting with aroma, perfectly preserved for your cup. This freeze-drying method locks in the natural oils and flavor compounds that are often lost in high-heat drying. The result? A richer, smoother taste that feels far closer to freshly brewed coffee. But before any of this magic happens, coffee experts and flavor chemists spend months analyzing beans from around the world, from the highlands of Colombia to the valleys of Vietnam, blending different origins to achieve that signature Nescafé taste. Each blend is tested for acidity, bitterness, and aroma. Some batches are roasted lighter for floral notes, others darker for depth and body. These subtle variations come together to create a taste profile that remains remarkably consistent no matter where it's made. Every year, global coffee tasters gather to compare hundreds of samples, ensuring that the flavor of your cup in Paris tastes just as good as one brewed in Tokyo or São Paulo. But that consistency doesn't come easily. The journey of instant coffee begins thousands of miles away, often on steep, mist-covered hillsides where the air smells of soil and sweet fruit. Farmers wake before sunrise, inspecting the coffee trees that have been tended for generations. They pluck only the ripest, reddest cherries, sometimes visiting the same tree several times a week just to get it right. Each cherry carries 2 seeds, the beans that will one day be transformed into your morning ritual. Once picked, the cherries are rushed to processing stations where the outer skin is removed and the beans are fermented. This step, which can last from a few hours to several days, develops the coffee's natural sweetness and aroma. The beans are then washed, rinsed, and laid out on long patios to dry beneath the sun. Workers rake them every few minutes so that no bean overheats or cracks. Some facilities use energy-efficient mechanical dryers that mimic the sun's warmth, ensuring even moisture removal while conserving water and power. When the beans reach the perfect dryness, they're milled to remove parchment layers and polished until smooth. Quality graders inspect them one by one, sorting by color, size, and density. Only the most uniform, flawless beans are chosen for instant coffee production, a process stricter than most realize. Next comes the global voyage. The beans are packed into thick burlap sacks and shipped across oceans, from the port of Santos in Brazil, from Addis Ababa, from the highlands of Vietnam. On cargo ships, temperature and humidity are monitored constantly because even a hint of dampness could ruin months of hard work. The beans pass through customs, warehouses, and blending facilities, each stage maintaining a chain of precision that spans continents. At last, they arrive at the roasting plant, a place where technology and tradition merge. The roasting drum spins like a giant steel heartbeat, turning the green beans a deep, rich brown. Inside, the temperature can reach over 200 degrees Celsius. Sugars caramelize, acids soften, and more than 1,000 aromatic compounds awaken. Roasters listen for the first crack, that subtle pop signaling perfection. Even with modern sensors and controls, the final judgment still belongs to the human nose and ear. After roasting, the beans are cooled instantly with blasts of filtered air to stop the process at the precise moment of balance between acidity and sweetness. They're ground in industrial mills, producing a consistent texture finer than sand but coarser than powder. Then begins the brewing, a large-scale but delicate science. Using purified water and high-pressure steam, the ground coffee is brewed into a concentrated extract that captures the flavor and aroma of thousands of beans. Here, scientists step in. They measure dissolved solids, test aroma intensity, and analyze how grind size or temperature changes extraction efficiency. Even a 2-degree variation can alter the bitterness or body of the final drink. Laboratories use gas chromatography to track volatile compounds, ensuring that every batch meets the company's signature flavor fingerprint. From the brewing hall, the extract flows through stainless steel pipes to massive storage tanks. Robotic arms lift and transfer containers with mechanical grace, making sure not a single drop is lost. Quality inspectors work inside sensory chambers, rooms designed to replicate the smell of a cafe moments after brewing. Here, experts taste and compare, guaranteeing that even instant coffee holds the essence of a freshly brewed cup. Then comes the most futuristic step, freeze drying. Inside the chamber, the temperature plummets to below 50 degrees Celsius. The coffee extract turns to ice, locking in flavor molecules inside microscopic crystals. Under vacuum pressure, the ice doesn't melt. It sublimates, transforming straight into vapor. What's left behind is pure, dry coffee, light, crisp granules that crumble at a touch yet explode with aroma when water hits them again. It's chemistry and art in perfect harmony. Those granules are collected and stored in airtight silos where humidity and oxygen are carefully controlled. Even the air composition is engineered to slow oxidation. From there, high-speed filling machines take over, a ballet of precision. Streams of coffee crystals cascade into glass jars and foil packets at dizzying speed. Sensors check every seal, ensuring zero contamination. Some modern plants can fill over 18,000 jars an hour, each one identical in weight, aroma, and flavor. Packaging isn't just about speed, it's preservation. Nitrogen gas replaces oxygen inside the jars to prevent flavor loss. Labels are laser printed with batch codes, tracking every jar back to its origin farm. Robots stack boxes onto pallets in perfect symmetry, ready to travel again, this time to supermarket shelves, coffee bars, and homes across the globe. Within days, they're on store shelves, ready for you to scoop, stir, and savor. But what's most impressive isn't just the scale. It's the science behind preserving flavor that was born in a coffee cherry months or even years before. Each cup of instant coffee represents hundreds of careful steps, countless innovations, and generations of expertise. Behind every jar lies a vast network of farmers, engineers, scientists, and tasters, all united by one goal: ensuring that every spoonful tastes exactly as it should. From a tiny flower on a hillside in Brazil to a steaming mug in your hand, the journey of instant coffee is a marvel of science, dedication, and human ingenuity. Every step, from farming and fermentation to robotics and freeze drying, is part of a global network designed to deliver consistency in every cup. So the next time you take a sip, remember, what feels instant took an incredible amount of time and care to perfect. If you enjoyed uncovering the story behind your morning brew, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating processes that power our everyday lives.